Hello and happy Finally Friday from Radically Rational and radicallyrational.com. We'll start with sports because that's the fun part. And it's fun. It is a pleasure to watch the Astros play. So they took care of business in the first two at home. Now it's time to go north and take a big bite out of the Big Apple. And how mentally tough are they? That could have got away from them last night. And how about Framber? He shakes off the fielding and throwing error, gets it back together, something he would not have done even a year ago. This is a very tough team, and it is a pleasure to watch them play. And that closer, Ryan Presley, you couldn't hit that thing with a tennis racket. Let's hope he stays hot. Okay, big trade in the NFL. This is one of those that makes a lot of sense to me as Christian McCaffrey is going to the 49ers from the Panthers. Makes sense for both teams. The 49ers, they know that their window of opportunity is always dwindling a little bit. They've had some injuries for sure, but if they bring McCaffrey over and he's healthy, asterisk there, they have explosiveness on offense that they have lacked. As for the Panthers, they're clearly in rebuilding mode. They get a bunch of draft choices next year and the year after. That's the right thing to do. So for the Niners, everything is great until the first time McCaffrey grabs his leg and goes, "My leg!" And if you think that's harsh, he's a tough guy, but that's also true. He's going to have to stay healthy. From a Cowboys perspective, there could not be a better stage for Dak's return than the one they have Sunday. They're playing the Lions. The Lions are pretty good offensively, but they don't put up much resistance on defense at all. So all Dak is going to have to do with his right thumb, okay, is just grasp a football like this anytime he's running a running play to the left and just do the right thing and give it to Zeke or Tony. But there's always the danger of McCarthy and Kellen Moore getting too cute, something they do way too frequently. All right, so I'm watching the Astros last night, but I got up early because that's what I do. And I watched the replay of the Thursday night football game between the Cardinals and the Saints. Kyler Murray's a punk. Have I said that before? Like maybe 50. Kyler Murray is a... Did you see what he did? Walking off the field, he stares down his head coach and he is F-bombing him at the top of his lungs. And he's just staring down King. You can't do that. That's your head coach. And there was Kingsbury after the game in his post-game press conference being all deferential and looking like a total wuss when he should have detonated that guy. And even worse, there was Kyler Murray in his press conference referencing Kingsbury like he was talking to his 13-year-old nephew. Zero respect. And that team is going nowhere despite the fact that they did get Hopkins back last night and he did look great. Hey, Dalton, your team could have won. Your team could have won if you'd taken better care of the football, but as it is, you're 2-5 and you're about done. And this is rich. Alvin Kamara addresses the Saints and says that everybody must be held accountable. You mean like for beating up a guy in the offseason outside a Las Vegas casino? That doesn't look good at all. And one more question for you, sports-wise. Anybody seen Pistons GM Rob Murphy lately? Oh, he's out of the office because he's being investigated about a relationship with a female former employee? What is it with NBA coaches and front office types? I don't get it. One more thing. I said one more thing a minute ago, but one more thing. I am so done with Kawhi Leonard, but that's not news. All right, here is some news. Here's where we are. We now have state election monitors in many states being dispatched to monitor partisan election monitors who are monitoring other partisan election monitors. We are so screwed. Thank you, Donald Trump. Question for you, cultists. You still in love with Vladimir Putin? And in one sentence, let me express how happy I am that today is sentencing day for Mr. Bannon, and I hope that sentence turns into a compound or even complex sentence. Diagram that, bitch. We are radically rational.